Alrighty. Combat Coffee Club 786 Sports. We had a crazy weekend. UFC 317. Ilia Topuria wins the lightweight championship, the vacant lightweight championship against Charles Oliveira. And it was crazy, guys. It was one of those moments that us fight fans we talk about amongst each other. One of those like Connor-esque moments. A lot of people already comparing him to Connor. I don't know if we're there yet, but the way he's won his last three fights and to gain the championship it's been one of those rise to the occasion stories that's making him one of the legends in the sports, only at 28 years old. And I think I've been watching this guy since he started in the UFC. He's undefeated, 17-0, which that in itself is pretty wild. But to win the 145 championship and the 155 championship at 28, the way he's done it, he's beat Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, and Alexander Volkanovski. That's the last three fights, dude. That's already like, those are the fights you would think he has at the end of his career, but he's starting off with those. So that's already like his trajectory is looking scary. But yeah, man, he did it in the way he called it out. He's gonna knock him out in the first round, and he did just that with the left hook. Well, it was actually a straight then left hook that caught him, but man, it was one of those moments that you're like, oh, okay, this guy just transcended the sport, man. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm a fanboy of this guy. He's a dime piece. I'm gonna say that. He's got a face on him. He's got the family. He's from Spain. He speaks so eloquently. So he's got the recipe to be a superstar. If not, if he's not already, he's probably the face of the UFC after this weekend. If you count in what the fights that he has possibly next, which what happened with Conor is he won the belt and then he fought Floyd Mayweather. That was great, but he never really defended the belt. He never really stayed within the UFC to kind of cement his legacy. But Ilia has a chance to rack up 3 wins, and we're possibly looking at a super fight with Islam Makhachev at 170. 3 belts. I know Dana is not a fan of the 3-belt athlete, but no one's been able to capture 3 belts in the UFC. So that would just be a seismic feat if he was able to do so. But again, man, I'm a fan of this guy, and just the way he carries himself, his wife, his kid's already boxing, like already mimicking him, like, and the way he trash talks without trash talking, he's just stating facts. It's beautiful. My favorite part was he celebrated the day before the fight, his win. He took out the whole team to a restaurant, and if you see the video, it looks like it was the Sunday or the Saturday post fight. But he visualized his win on Friday, like. But then when they ask him about it, I love his answer. I'm celebrating the work I put in. It's not about the fight. It's not about the belt. It's all the work me and my team did. It's something to celebrate no matter win or loss. So this guy he's something else, man. I don't know if you were able to catch the fight, Junior, but
Ilia,
Tuporia.
do you think he's ready to dominate at 155? Or
Well, the thing is that he
venture out? What's that looking like? Because I saw the knockout, and I don't know those moves. I'd be naming skateboarding moves or something. I'm a twist or whatever, but I know that. Let's see what we got here. Explosive hip toss reversal and devastating KO right at 227.
Well, the thing is that his background is, people think his background is boxing because he's so fucking crisp, but it's really grappling and wrestling and judo from his time in Spain and Georgia. So which it hasn't even really been tested yet. So that's the crazy part, and that's what they're saying. Like the real fans want to see him against Armin Sarukian, I believe is the way you pronounce it, but because that'll be a true test of his ground game, and that guy's jacked. I don't think he's ever fought anyone in that weight class with that type of skill set. So that's what people are interested in seeing. But then you have the Paddy Pimblett, which is the most exciting fight that everyone wants to make because they got beef and because stylistically it would be fun. But we don't know if Paddy's ready for that yet. He hasn't cracked the top 5 yet. He just beat Michael Chandler, but that's not the same type of dude. And then the other exciting one they're saying is Justin Gaethje, but I don't think at his age right now against Topuria, I just don't think that's a good matchup for Justin. But I mean, he's got matchups, dude. And the thing is, I feel like he beat the hardest 3 guys to beat. He already beat them. So it's like, now what? So, like I said, going back to Conor, he could cement a legacy of like basically lapping now the lightweight division if he keeps staying active and defending. The next fight, the right fight, and also just because of where
Forget money, forget clout, forget everything.
he would have to fight Arman Sarukian just because he was the number 1 contender and he did prove himself actually against Oliveira as well. And he's right up there, but he missed weight the last time, or he had an injury that caused him to miss weight. But that has to be the next fight. And then but the thing is that if he's able to overcome that, then he's really like, there's no one else there for him that could give him that much of a competition. So moving to 170 isn't crazy, man. It's really not. It just depends who's up there at the time. Yeah. Because, I mean, you give him a year or 2 after defending the belt a couple times. He's only 28. He's getting older. He'll get bigger, thicker. Pause. But yeah, man, he's gonna be like, if after the next fight, if he wins in the same fashion, we're looking at the next, not the next because it's totally different, but we're looking at the new Conor McGregor. If you're looking for a comparison, but he's in his own lane right now. No, I'm talking about his fight style is totally different. I'm talking about out of the octagon as a star that's like a household name, and bringing the country of Spain, which he has that going for him too. That it's like a country that's behind him. He's gonna be huge. Pause again. No, and then if they're able to make that happen where he gets a super fight in Spain, we're all going out there. My dream matchup actually would be, which will be streaming live July 19th, Diamante Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. But if Dustin is able to pull that off and Dana says, hey, man, you know what? I like you, man. You've done a lot for the company. Why don't you get a championship shot with Ilia Topuria? Brother, that would be the Cinderella story. And then Dustin spoils Ilia's run and regains the championship, retires, and runs off to the sunset. But that's definitely not going to happen. But yeah, man, that was UFC 317. We also had Pantoja with a dominant win against Kai Kara France. That's for him. He's got to fight Merab next because that's a super fight. We haven't seen something like that with the little dudes since, like, I'm talking Demetrius Johnson and Dominic Cruz type dominance. So Junior has no idea what names those are.
I think I went to school.
But that's the thing, is that these guys get to a point where they're just dominating, and then it's like, what's next? You're just gonna lap the division, or you're gonna challenge yourself to move up. But then everyone wants to move up to get more belts, more money for these champions, and that's how they look at it. But it's also a big challenge for them. But yeah, man, so we got UFC 318 coming up next. Dustin Poirier against Max Holloway. We'll be live streaming that on 786 Sports, Combat Coffee Club, La Rubia. All the homies will be here. And yeah, stay tuned for that. this was cool.